Hi guys, and welcome back to this journey towards excellent exam results. In these shorter revision videos, we are going to be breaking down different concepts within the GCSE Geography specification. The aim of this is to help us understand the concepts better and to give us the information and confidence we need to answer exam questions. In today's video, we are going to discuss the alternatives to using fossil fuels. Okay, let's get started. What are the alternatives to using fossil fuels? So as we have seen in the previous slides, fossil fuels are due to run out in the not too distant future. There is therefore a need for alternatives if we are to have energy security in the future. Now, energy security means having access to reliable and affordable sources of energy. HICs are well on their way to being energy secure, but LICs are lagging behind. And this is mostly due to the enormous costs that are involved in the use of these renewable sources of energy. Energy security requires a diversified energy mix. And an energy mix is the different sources of energy that are used by a country to power its activities. So instead of just using a limited number of sources, and in this case being the fossil fuels, you broaden the number of energy sources that you use so that you are more energy secure. So what alternatives can help broaden a country's energy mix? The first one that we are looking at here is hydrogen technology. Now, hydrogen vehicles are a type of electric car that produces electricity through a chemical reaction between hydrogen and oxygen in a fuel cell. Now, this electricity powers an electric motor, similar to the traditional electric vehicle as in EV, but with hydrogen as the fuel source. The only byproduct that you get from this particular from this is water vapor. Okay, so you're obviously not necessarily polluting, although we do know that water vapor is a greenhouse gas. Now, Toyota already have this technology, but because it's a new technology, it's very, very expensive, and it would be very expensive to roll it out unless, there are economies of scale where it's being produced en masse. So at the moment, it's quite expensive. Then the second category of alternatives here is biofuels. And these are fuels that are made using plants and crops. So like the word bio suggests, they are fuels that are used from plants and animals. Now they are renewable and can be used as substitutes for fossil fuels, and they have lower carbon emissions than the traditional fossil fuels. Then the next one is HEP, and in this particular case we'll be talking about California, and it involves building a dam and using that water to produce electricity. I think I mentioned how we do that earlier on in the video, where you have a dam wall and which has turbines, and water is released through those turbines to turn them so that you can generate an electric current. So HEP is not a major source of power in California. Sorry, it is a very major source of power in California, and the state has 387 hydro facilities. Now, in 2023, hydroelectric power provided 12.55% of all in-state electricity. So they are really trying hard to make sure that they have a good energy mix and that they have to ensure that they have energy security. Then the next one is solar energy, again in California. So California's warm Mediterranean climate makes it ideal for solar power. And 28% of their energy in 2023 came from solar power. So they are taking advantage of the solar power as well. And this here is an example, and this is the Ivanpah solar power facility in California. And as you can see, there are a lot of solar panels here. It's literally a solar farm where they are generating a lot of electricity using the sun's energy. Now, as far as wind energy and tidal energy is concerned, I've tried to relate this a lot more to the UK. And that's because the UK is the windiest country in Europe. And wind energy, I think I mentioned this earlier, accounts for 30% of the UK's electricity, which is quite a lot. Then we also have tidal energy, and tidal energy is at the moment being researched and developed here in the UK. So it's not fully up and running, but there's a little bit of it taking place. But it could potentially, by 2050, generate around 11% of the UK's electricity demand. And by the UK doing that, obviously, it's creating an energy mix and therefore improving its energy security. That brings us to the end of this video on the alternatives to using fossil fuels. I hope that you have found the information insightful and useful. I have also done a video covering the whole of topic 9 on consuming energy resources. It will pop up as one of the suggested videos at the end of this one and can also be found in the consuming energy resources playlist. Videos on all the other subtopics within this topic are also in that playlist. Thanks once again for joining in this journey towards excellent exam results. All the best and see you again soon. Bye-bye.